unfortunately, they are deprived this life. More than 174 people were killed in the last incursion. Some of them remained for weeks after, for days and maybe weeks after the incursion ended under the rubble. Entire buildings collapsed above the heads of children and parents, families. Israel used to, not to discriminate. I'm sure about this. Not to discriminate between people, between military, children, civilians. No, at all. Lots of houses were collapsed. More than 1,400 homes were either partially or completely attacked or collapsed. According to UN, and I'm working for a mental health institution, I have figures, but more than 300 to 400 homes collapsed entirely. The families now, most of the families don't have shelter of these families, or they're in a temporary shelter. Some of them under tents in this very cold weather. No one can bear this. Children are there. Previously, I have personal experience. I didn't imagine that this will happen. Like an F-16, and it's not simple. It's military, very terrible, very heroic sounds. But how if it strike the homes? My cousin family, entirely, all of the family were killed. F-16 bombing, bombed the home of 4 stairs. The rocket penetrated the whole stairs and exploded at the first floor. 3 children, and the parents were killed. Only one girl survived. She didn't survive because she was strong. No, she was with her aunt in another home because her aunt was alone. She went there, and the entire family in the middle of the night at 2 a.m. were killed. When I hear the news, I couldn't imagine that this would happen. We could hardly go there at 6 a.m. under a very risky situation to find that the home were carpet mixed with the blood and corpse of children. With my fingers, I started to collect the corpse, the fingers of children, the guts from everywhere. I cannot imagine this will happen. It's very inhumane. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. The Palestinian people, despite this, despite the suffering, they are not despair at all. As long as there's free and alive people like you who support, who stand by them. I'm so revealed to see this big crowd of people who are gathering together to support the Palestinian people. Some families who lost their homes, some children who lost their bags, their clothes, and stay displaced away from their homes. The suffering didn't end at the ceasefire, but instead started. I'm telling you, and I'm confident of this. Mental suffering will not end in 2 or 3 weeks or a few days. It will end for years. I'm sure of this. For the last few months, parents, children are coming to mental health institution, Gaza Community Mental Health, to receive therapeutic counseling because their children either have nightmares, bedwetting, aggression, flashback. Trauma is very common between the Palestinian children. More than according to a previous study by my organization, 56% of the Palestinian people suffer from a trauma which lasts 4 months and maybe years. Post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, is very common between children and adults as well. You can't imagine how difficult it is for families to build their home after 5 or 6 years of the war, and then the home collapsed again. It happened for many families in Gaza. I don't want to talk too much. I'm sorry, it hurts me too much. I cannot forget lots of my thoughts, but really the situation there is very difficult. People there are trying to survive despite all the cruelty, despite the hardship they are facing. Alhamdulillah, there is places in the world that are free, that stand by, that support. We receive moral support from you. And any financial support you provide, this will help like deprived families who don't find like the basic needs. Alhamdulillah. I want to assure you that the Palestinian people will not despair at all. They're strong, and they will remain strong. One day they will achieve victory. Inshallah. We need your prayer. We need your support. Don't forget that. Thank you very much. Barakallah fikum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.